Saturday morning light slanted through Bean's Brew windows and turned the steam into gold. Zoe Thompson, 18, senior, future Bali escape artist, wiped the same spot on the counter for the 4th time, while humming off-key.
Careful, lass. Polish any harder and you'll wear a hole straight to the land of free refills.
Just earning my one-way ticket, boss. One oat milk latte at a time.
The bell jingled.
From across the cafe, Connor Reeves walked in like the hallway parted for him. Letterman jacket, easy grin, the kind of popular that made teachers forget homework deadlines.
Well, 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 if it isn't Zoe Thompson, making coffee look like art? I had to see it to believe it.
Connor Reeves. I wasn't sure you drank anything which wasn't neon blue. What can I get you?
I'm turning over a new leaf. Surprise me.
Zoe pulled a perfect double ristretto, leaf pattern blooming in the crema, and slid it carefully across the counter. Connor reached for the cup and leaned in closer than necessary.
Got any plans tonight?
Homework. Dishes. Dreaming of beaches.
Cancel all that. How about joining me for dinner? I want you to meet my business partners. I'll pick you up at 7.
Business partners? You selling cleats now?
Way bigger than that. You'll see. Just be ready.
7 o'clock sharp, Connor's silver pickup rode up the Thompson driveway, headlights cutting through the dusk. Zoe slipped into the passenger seat, wearing her least coffee-stained jeans and a nervous smile.
So where are we eating? That new Italian place on the square?
Actually, slight change of plans. The partners booked a private room. Better vibe.
Private room? Where?
Out by the old conference center past the reservoir. Killer buffet.
The reservoir slid by, black glass under a half moon. Zoe watched the LH water tower shrink in the side mirror.
Buffet doesn't sound very datey.
It's not just dinner, Zoe. It's an experience.
10 minutes later, they pulled into a glowing hotel parking lot packed with shiny sedans. A 20-foot banner screamed, "Welcome to the Apex Life family." Inside, the ballroom thumped. Hundreds of 20-somethings clapped in perfect rhythm. The promised dinner turned out to be folding tables of catered lasagna and grocery store sheet cake. Connor steered her to a table near the front.
Zoe, meet Tiffany Sparks. She's the one who got me started.
Connor said you were sharp. Girl, you are even cuter in person. Sit.
Tiffany wore a sequined blazer that caught every strobe light. Her smile never reached her eyes.
So Connor tells me you're a hard worker. Hate that, right? Trading hours for dollars.
I mean, tips add up.
Tips. Honey, that's cute. In Apex Life, we don't chase tips, we create lifestyles.
The lights dropped. The room became deathly quiet. The name Jax Harrington illuminated a screen. A man in a white blazer, wearing a headset mic, leapt onto center stage as though he'd done it 1,000,000 times before. The crowd around Zoe erupted in a frenzied pitch and clapped thunderously.
Good evening, Apex family. Who here is ready to stop surviving and start thriving?
The room detonated. Zoe felt the bass in her rib cage.
6 years ago, I poured lattes for pennies. Today, Apex Life pays my mortgage, my Mercedes, my vacations, while I sleep. Who else wants that? Let's dream together, shall we?
Slides flashed Lambos, yachts, pyramids labeled "Your Future Downline."
Just imagine laundry detergent that actually works, vitamins that make you glow. All you do is just switch brands and share the love. Build a team of 3 who then build teams of 3 and boom, 6-figure freedom. And for those of you joining us new today, a special welcome. Enjoy the dinner and pay close attention to your sponsors.
Jax exited stage left before the applause died. When the lights came up, Tiffany was already sliding a glossy folder across the table in front of Zoe.
The enrollment kit is only $29.99, but if you join tonight as a silver founder, it drops to $19.99, and you lock in your spot before the price increase next week.
So, $2,000?
It's an investment, sweetheart. You'll earn it back your very first month, if you hustle.
And if I don't?
Then you didn't want it bad enough. Winners don't make excuses, Zoe. They make history.
Zoe's stomach dropped. She stood so fast her chair screeched backward.
I need the restroom.
She walked straight past the ladies' room, out a side exit, and into the cool night air. By the time Connor noticed, her Uber was already halfway back to Liberty Hollow. Sunday morning smelled like coffee and common sense again.
Zoe, dear, you look like you outran a salesman in a sequin blazer. How was the dinner date last night?
Apex Life promised me beaches. Instead, I was delivered sheet cake and a $2,000 starter kit.
The detergent cult strikes again. They got you with the old private dinner trick.
Connor kept saying experience. Turns out the experience was a folding chair, cheap lasagna, and a hard sell from Tiffany Sparkles.
Ah, yes, Tiffany Sparks. Of course it was. She once tried to recruit me in the grocery line with a bottle of their miracle detergent. Told me it paid for her cruise. Didn't mention the 10 grand she spent to qualify.
Nobody could tell me how much inventory I'd have to buy every month, or what happens if my friends say no. Just dream bigger.
Dreams are free, kid. Inventory isn't. 99% of people in those rooms fund the 1%'s private jets. The math never lies, even when the headset guy does.
I'm glad I walked out. It felt creepy.
Smartest move you'll ever make. The only downline worth building is the one you control. One shift, one saved dollar, one honest choice at a time.
Zoe poured a fresh espresso, drew a tiny island in the crema. Connor's sad-faced text sat unread.
If I ever start something, it'll be mine. My product. My price tag. My timeline. Not some guy in a white blazer yelling about destiny while hiding the receipts.
Etta girl, now go rescue table 6 before Mrs. Henderson tries to pay with a 2019 coupon again.
After her shift, Zoe dropped another 20 into her mason jar labeled Freedom. Barley felt farther away than ever last night, but now it felt exactly the right distance, one real step at a time. Here's to making sound decisions when something feels off. The kind that protects your wallet, your time, and your peace of mind. If today's lesson taught you anything worth keeping, drop it in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to join us for future Liberty Hollow tales. What's one red flag you're adding to your playbook from now on? Keep making good choices out there. See you next time.